Cooling and Heating Solutions will explain how to use, service and maintain one of our most popular electric blower heaters, the DFE.25 dual volt. These heaters work by using a fan to pass air over an enclosed electric heating element. This heats up the air, which is then blown back into the room. These heaters will heat a room much faster than a heater without a fan, but like any fan, they do create some noise. For this video, we will be using the DFE.25 dual volt model. This range of heaters also includes the DFE.25 230 volt model, as well as the DFE.25 and DFE.25. The DFE.65 and DFE.95 have a larger heat output, but both require a three-phase electrical supply. This range of heaters are all electric and contain electric heating elements, overheat protectors and a fan. They feature a double skin construction to maintain a low case temperature when in use. The DFE.25 dual volt is compatible with either a 230 or 110 volt electrical supply. It requires either a 13 or 16 amp socket when running at 230 volts or a 32 amp socket when running on 110 volts. 13, 16 and 32 amp plugs are supplied with each dual volt heater. The DFE.25 heaters have no controls and are simply switched on from the electrical socket. The DFE.65 and DFE.95 are both fitted with a 5-position selector switch. The diagram and tables show the switch positions for each heater. Here is a diagram showing the electrical components of the DFE.25. The photo then shows what it looks like once inside the heater. All of the wires and connectors are easily replaced if or when required, but please make sure that wires with overheat protectors are replaced with like for safety. Here is a diagram showing the two options for wiring the DFE.25 dual volt. The top diagram shows the 110 volt option, with the 230 volt option below. It is wise to service your heaters regularly to maintain optimum performance. Cooling and Heating Solutions will offer some hints and tips on how to do a basic service. Always isolate the heater from the electrical supply before servicing, and try to position the heater at a comfortable working height to make it easier for you. To remove the top cover, simply unscrew the 3 bolts from both sides using a screwdriver or spanner. The cover will then easily lift off. Although these heaters are generally extremely reliable, there are a few things that can need replacing after a number of working hours. The most common of these are the overheat protector, fan motor, elements and the capacitor. The overheat protector is a safety mechanism that cuts out the heater if it's overheating. To test the overheat protector, you will need to turn the heater on to a moderate heat and place a piece of thick paper or card over the air outlet. This will then trap the heat inside the heater, which should then activate the overheat protector. If the overheat protector is working correctly, after a short time you should hear a click and the heater should cut out. To replace the overheat protector, you will need to unclip the connecting wires and drill out the rivets that hold it in position. You can then replace with a new one, re-rivet it back in position and reconnect the wires. Once you have refitted the outer cover, you can then retest it using the method explained before. If the fan motor is faulty, then the heater will not blow out air as the fan won't run. To replace the fan motor, you will need to drill out the rivets on the rear plate of the heater to access the fan motor. You will then need to unscrew the bolts which hold it in place and disconnect the wires. You can then replace with a new fan motor, reconnect the wires and bolt back into position. The back plate on the heater can then be refitted and re-riveted back on. If the elements are faulty, then the heater won't get hot, it will just blow out cool air. You can test using a multimeter which will measure the continuity throughout the elements. Replacing the elements is a little more tricky as you have to remove the fan motor to be able to access them. You will need to unclip the connecting wires and unscrew the bolt which holds them in place. You should then be able to remove them from the inside of the heater from behind the fan motor. These can then be replaced with new ones and refitted. If the capacitor is faulty, you will probably find that it will make a whirring sound but will fail to start. Replacing the capacitor is simple. Just unclip the connecting wires and unscrew the bolt which holds it secure. Remove the faulty capacitor and replace with a new one. Bolt back into position and reconnect the wires. Once you have finished servicing your heater, you can refit the cover and tighten all of the nuts which hold it secure. Hopefully this video has helped to rectify any problems you are having with your heater. However, it's always wise to seek professional help if you're unsure on anything. As part of your service, it's a good idea to PAP test your heater to ensure the electrics are safe before using it again. We hope this video has been helpful to you. If you require any help or advice, please contact us on 01590 681 434 and we will be happy to help.